Do you know the number one mistake almost everyone makes with old engines during an oil change? This tiny error can accelerate wear and tear, costing you thousands. Stick around, because today, I'll show you one simple trick that could triple your engine's life. It's so easy, you'll wonder why no one talks about it. Before we move on, I will like you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Most car owners assume that as long as they change the oil on schedule, their engine is protected. And for newer engines, that belief often holds up. But with older engines, those clocking over 100,000 miles or closing in on the 20-year mark, things aren't quite so simple. In fact, sticking solely to regular oil changes might actually accelerate the damage. It sounds counterintuitive, right? But let's break down why. Here's the first problem. As engines age, they develop wear and tear that traditional oil isn't designed to address. Older engines accumulate sludge, thick, tar-like deposits that form when oil breaks down under heat and pressure over time. While fresh oil might slow this buildup, it doesn't do much to remove what's already there. That sludge can clog key oil passages, suffocate moving parts, and interfere with lubrication. Imagine arteries in the human body becoming blocked. The result is increased friction, overheating, and ultimately, failure. Without the right maintenance strategy, an aging engine could be heading down that same path. Another key issue is oil viscosity, or the thickness of the oil. For modern engines, the wrong viscosity might cause minor inefficiency. But for old engines, it's a whole different story. Over time, seals and gaskets lose their flexibility, creating gaps that thinner oils can leak through. This means oil burns off faster, the engine runs hotter, and the cycle of damage continues. Many car owners unknowingly choose the wrong oil for their high-mileage vehicles simply because they're following outdated guidelines or generic recommendations. It's not just about protecting against leaks. Using oil that's too thin or too thick for your engine also impacts how it circulates, leaving vital components under-lubricated or, worse, grinding together unprotected. And it's not just the oil itself. It's the physics inside your engine. As metal heats and cools repeatedly over decades of use, even the most durable components expand, contract, and warp ever so slightly. Combine that with carbon deposits sticking to piston rings, and your engine starts losing the efficiency it once had. Even something like idling for too long or driving short distances becomes more taxing. Without intervention, these small stresses snowball into increasingly frequent repairs or, ultimately, a dead engine. Take a moment to picture your engine's interior after years of use. Grit and particles swirl through the oil, scuffing up delicate surfaces. Seals grow brittle, losing their grip against mounting pressure. And sludge? It's clogging up passageways like tree roots infiltrating pipes. Eventually, the once smooth operation grinds to a sluggish, heat-ridden halt. If you've ever wondered why older cars tend to overheat or require oil top-ups more often, this is a big part of the reason. Here's something you might not know. Improper oil care is responsible for around 40% of major engine failures, particularly in older vehicles. Materials that work just fine when your car was fresh off the lot, like cork or neoprene gaskets, break down over decades of exposure to heat and oil. Combine those aging materials with neglected maintenance or the wrong oil type, and you're stuck with major repair bills sooner than you think. It doesn't have to be this grim, though. The truth is, there's a way to address these issues before they spiral, and it doesn't even involve expensive mechanical overhauls or time-consuming DIY projects. One of the most overlooked solutions for protecting old engines is something called oil additives. Now, you might have heard all kinds of opinions about these products. Some call them snake oil, while others swear by them. But what makes a good oil additive so effective is its ability to work alongside oil, tackling the unique challenges high-mileage engines face. They aren't just for restoring horsepower, like flashy adverts might suggest. When chosen carefully, They can provide targeted support where even premium oils fall short. First, it's important to understand why oil additives even exist in the first place. Modern engine oils already come with a mix of chemicals like detergents, dispersants, and anti-wear agents, all designed to protect your engine during normal operation. But over the years, and particularly in older engines, these standard formulas aren't always enough. Aging components call for extra care, and that's where the right additive comes in. It's tailored to handle issues regular oil simply can't, like hardened seals, sludge buildup, and increased friction. For engines with over 100,000 miles, specialized additives and high mileage formulations can reduce wear and extend performance. But not all additives target these issues equally. Let's address the skepticism up front. You might be wondering, if additives really worked, wouldn't every mechanic recommend them? Here's why it's not that simple. Many mechanics shy away from suggesting oil additives for fear of being associated with the more questionable products on the market. Some additives, especially those advertised as quick fixes, have gained a reputation for being ineffective, or worse, potentially harmful when used incorrectly. But hidden behind that noise is a specific category of additives that's proven to make a measurable difference. High mileage synthetic oils, for instance, include seal conditioners that help restore the flexibility of old gaskets and seals, preventing leaks and extending the life of those critical components. One standout example is zinc dialkyl dithiophosphate, better known as ZDDP. This additive is particularly effective in older, flat-tappet engines, where parts like the camshaft and lifters face extreme stress. Modern oils typically contain less zinc due to emissions regulations, which leaves these older engines without the wear protection they were designed for. ZDDP acts as a high-pressure barrier, forming a chemical layer that protects metal components from grinding against each other. Without it, older engines are far more susceptible to premature wear, especially during high-pressure moments like engine startups or heavy acceleration. Some of you might still have questions about safety. Will it void your warranty? Generally, no. Additives are designed to blend seamlessly with your existing engine oil, and reputable ones won't interfere with warranty conditions. Is it safe for every engine type? Mostly yes, though you should always double check. For instance, ZDDP is best for engines designed before modern low phosphorus oils became standard. If you have a newer car, you might not need it, but for older engines, it's a game changer. What benefits should you expect immediately? Well, for starters, quieter operation. That's because additives reduce the friction between aging components, which often causes rattling or knocking sounds. You'll also likely notice smoother performance with less strain during acceleration, and over time, fewer breakdowns or major repairs. It's even possible the seal conditioners will stop oil consumption issues, leaving you with fewer messy oil puddles to deal with. So, what's the secret trick? It's fairly simple. Supplement your oil changes with the right additive based on your engine's specific needs. For high mileage engines, look for additives that contain seal conditioners, sludge reducers, or friction modifiers. For older, flat-tappet engines, go with a high zinc additive like ZDDP to restore the wear protection modern oils lack. These products are widely available, affordable, and easy to use. Just pour the recommended amount into your oil before driving and let it do the work. Think about it. Spending a few extra dollars on an additive during your oil change could easily save you thousands on repairs. And for car lovers, it's not just about saving money. It's about extending the life of something you care about. Next, we'll explore how this one simple step ties into a smarter, more effective approach to engine care that keeps you on the road longer. Don't let outdated habits put your old engine at risk. The reality is, a simple step like adding the right oil additive during your next oil change can make a night and day difference, reducing friction, preventing leaks, and dissolving harmful sludge. It's an easy, affordable solution that can extend your engine's life by years, all without requiring extra tools or technical expertise. Imagine the savings, not just in repair costs, but in headaches avoided. If a straightforward fix like this can triple engine longevity, what other overlooked tweaks could help save you money and trouble? Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest impact.